if the woman was the breadwinner. Like for me, I guess here we'll take it like, would we be cool if a woman was the breadwinner in the relationship?
So whenever I see that, I think the woman is not necessarily trying per se, but it's emasculating me. Like if a woman like says, "Why are you holding a door for me?" type stuff. No, I do not like that. Because if I'm supposed to be here and I'm supposed to be the man of the situation, then I'm gonna take initiative and be the breadwinner. She can make her own money, cool, but the reality of the situation is that I ain't seeing none of that money. I might see it in like a form of like a gift here and there or whatever, but she's not gonna pay my rent. She's not gonna pay my bills. If she does, it's probably for like a month or two, but after that, she's gone. She's like, this man ain't doing nothing for me. So why would I allow myself to be in a situation where a girl's making more money than me? I'm not saying like a girl can't do that, but the thing is that there's a timer on that relationship. If she's like, because what people don't understand, what women don't understand is that a woman is going to typically date equal to or more than her current income status. And so whenever women want to like make all this money and think that that's what attracts a man, it's not. No. I would say no.
What's your response? Because you were making a little face when he was talking.
Lay it on me. You're fine.
What? What did you just say?
I just said lay it on me.
Oh, cricket. Like, you want me to talk over the laughs?
Oh no, just someone laughed kind of funny, so I don't know.
Do you think it was me? You think I laughed?
I don't know. Who was that? You who was laughing?
No.
Oh, somebody was.
I've been very serious.
Very serious.
And no, what really just got me was like the whole like timer on the relationship. If the woman wants to be the breadwinner and you allow her to be, I think then that's up to her. Like that's her decision.
And that's fine. She can have that. She can have that. I'm not taking that power away from her. Mm-hmm. I refuse to take a power away from a woman. However, I will not stay in that relationship. That's not something.
Is it emasculate?
Right.
Like, is it not masculine?
I was just about to say that.
It's emasculating. I mean, that's the honor.
Then make money to support
your
woman.
You can make your own money to support yourself. I mean, that's essentially what society is right nowadays. You know, you have to make money to support yourself. Yeah. But whenever you're in a situation where a man can and will take care of you, why have a job? You know what I'm saying?
To be independent and make money for yourself.
Right. So independent of what?
Ends up going wrong.
Independent of what?
If something goes wrong, you get a divorce, you're screwed at the end of it. You didn't work.
I understand your point.
Not even
independent of what?
Not even if you get a divorce, just if a breakup happens, if something goes wrong, like why would you want to solely depend on a man? Not even a man. Why would you want to solely depend on anyone?
So my question was, in order to be independent, you have to be independent of something. So what would you be independent of? The answer is a man. And so if you're independent of a man and you don't need a man, then continue to do your thing. But I'm not going to stay with you.
And that's your decision.
Absolutely. And of course, everyone has their own decisions. Yeah. Of course, you have your decision to make all your money.
Not everyone is going into a relationship because the man has a lot of money. It's because of love.
Well, statistics show that the majority of women are.
Is money all you have to offer?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Go ahead.
So you don't bring anything else to the table other than your money.
Bring a lot more.
Money is not everything. Like we keep going back to like statistically, financially. If you love a person, then that should be enough to stay with them.
Will you be homeless with that person?
Yeah, maybe. Honest, if I love them enough, I think I would. And I love hard. When I like somebody, I
agree.
Fucking obsessed with them.
Yeah, earlier in the show, you guys all stated that you wouldn't stay in there for a long period of time.
Hold on. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
A man has to feel that he is needed. If he feels that he can't provide anything to the woman he is with, there is no reason for him to be there. Dudes like being useful and needed. If that isn't there, you move to some girl that doesn't need you. Good night.
Yo, Bryce, thank you so much for the TTS, man. Really appreciate it. So
it's just like a question of masculinity, like just like that comment said. Like a man needs to feel needed and a man needs to feel like he can support his woman.
So for me personally, I would actually have no issue dating a woman who makes more than me or who's the breadwinner. The reality is though, is that most women aren't going to want to date a guy that makes less than them. And the primary reason that there's divorces is due to financial reasons.
And I understand
finances are a huge reason why people break up, why people get divorced. So money is absolutely a factor in all this.
It's a factor, but I don't think that it's everything.
It's a huge factor. But,
yeah, a huge factor could be a.
Here's the thing, though. Like, women typically are not prepared to hold a man down long term. Like, we as men, we will be the sole breadwinner in the entire relationship, but a girl would not be prepared for on a long timeline to continue supporting a guy in the same way that a guy would just be willing to continue supporting a woman.
Can I say something?
Sorry,
Yeah, go ahead.
So I kind of say this out of experience too. So being in a relationship with a guy who doesn't have a job, that was my last relationship for a long time. And I was in that relationship for 6 years. He didn't have a job for almost the entirety of our relationship. And that was a very unhealthy relationship. I think like he wanted me to be a girl boss and get the promotion and be the provider, and he would say maybe he'll be the stay-at-home dad. And so I kind of like was in a way seeing it like that, but that's not in our nature. Like for me, I want a family and I want to be able to be at home and take care of my kids and be a stay-at-home mom. That's what. And so being in that relationship and being in a relationship like that, like you said, it is very emasculating, and it's just not in our nature for us to be in a relationship that way. Like you were even saying earlier, like we have our roles for a man to provide and for the woman to submit, and
these are such
be the home
outdated
taker.
roles though. Like,
But
not
they
work. Not
That's what
everybody
works
is
in a
like
healthy
that.
relationship, though. That's what works when if you want to have a healthy relationship, that's what works. Because
I don't think that.
I don't
That's
think
why
so, and
divorce is at a all-time high right now.
I'm a nanny, and I work for this one family, and the mom is the breadwinner. She has her own, well, I don't want to say what she has, but she has like a well-established business. Like she is up there, and her husband, like, I don't know if he works, to be honest, but anytime I'm there, he's like always home, always cleaning, taking the kids to school. And it works. They have an amazing relationship. They've got a lot of kids. And he is like in love with this lady. And I've seen it and I've experienced it. So it's not, I don't know where, like.
But she may not feel the same. She might not see him
But
the
she's
same.
staying with
She's
him.
with him. She clearly, like, she talks to me. Like, she's very clearly in love with him. They are very clearly in love with each other.
I think at the end of the day, it all just boils down to who you choose to be with.
Yeah, it's not.
It's all about who you choose to love, and if you choose to support them, and then that's fine. Like if you choose to solely support your husband, or if you choose for your husband to solely support you, I think just boils down to who you love and who you want to be with.
Like, if you want to be taken care of, that is completely fine.
Yeah.
But other people, they want to be proud of themselves, and they want to be like, wow, like, I have this business. I did this. I accomplished this with, like, some girls want that.
So,
That's a fun face you're making.
oh,
Go ahead and add.
well, yeah, I think just to bring it back to my original point, like, I think a girl will hold you down for a little bit, but it won't be long term. Some women are okay with being breadwinner, but like the vast majority of women, even if they're decent earners and they have the ability to hold you down, there's going to be like a time limit. Find a job,
Yeah.
find a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. They're going to lose respect for you.
10 out of 10, humble, super chatted $50.
Yo, thank you,
Donated
man.
about $300 now,
Dude,
which
thank you.
shows how valuable I consider this show to be and what Brian does for the world, tilting the scales in the right direction.
Thank you.
Bangs, I can tell you're a good person at heart. Please don't disregard prior Jen's wisdom.
Wholesome TTS moment. Wait,
Humble
so
10. Shout out Humble 10.
Kaylin, do you want to come in on this? I want to try to get you in
Yeah.
a little bit more.
No, I just wanna
Would you hold
say-
down a guy?
I wouldn't hold down a guy, but if a guy wants to
Oh.
provide whatever he wants for me, then I will let him. Like if
Oh.
a guy wants to come into my life right now and be like, "Oh, like I want you to be a stay-at-home mom," or if I want to make all the bread, I will let him do that. But until then, I'm going to hold my ground and I'm going to provide for myself.
Can you hide that, Eric? Kaylin,
Yes.
will you marry me?
Are you going to provide for me?
Like 3 months down the road, probably.
Okay. I'm engaged now.
Okay, moving on.
Just
Moving
like that,
on.
boys. All you got to do is bring a
There
ring.
you go. She doesn't say yes
Don't
or
do
no.
that.
you might be able to convince me to put a ring on it. Okay, so did anyone want to continue on the money thing, or I think we kind of. Okay, let's continue with these
let's move
super
on.
chats here.